Hey everybody, and welcome back to the latest episode of Jody Jean's Kitchen. So from all of the chatter and talk that I've been hearing, everybody is doing so well on their keto and asking me loads of questions. So I have started a page. It's called Jody Jean's Kitchen Keto, and you can go there and like the page, and then I will go there and admit you to it. This is a page where I go over a little of the things that we're doing here, add in some health stuff and things about fasting and everything that has to do with keto in general and a healthier lifestyle, even if you're not doing strictly keto. I have an app on there that is free and you can use to help keep track of all your stuff. And this is one of the dinners that I would suggest that can either, if you're by yourself, you can actually do this for you, because the chicken is going to be an instapot chicken where we cook it, and it's 3 minutes per pound. So we're going to do this one it's 8 minutes per pound. So we're going to do this for 24 minutes, and it is absolutely delicious. But I am going to show you a few tricks to make it even tastier, and also how to make a keto-friendly gravy. So here we go. First thing we're going to do is we are going to take our bird, and let me move some of this over. You know how I am about seasonings. We have lots of seasonings here, and I have it listed in the recipe that's going to follow the show, the seasonings that I like to use, but you do not have to use them. If you want to go lower sodium or more or spicy or whatever, please feel free. So I'm going to take 1 stick of butter, and you can use part ghee or however you want to do it. But I have 1 salt. This is salted butter because it was on sale. So take that, and we're going to melt that down. And I'm putting some tarragon, some parsley flakes, gives it a little color. I'm actually going to put Old Bay. It might sound funny, but trust me, it is really good. And as you can tell, I'm just doing some sprinkles, a couple little flicks of pepper, poultry seasoning. And like I said, you don't have to do this. This is just what I usually put on mine. Onion and garlic salt, just a little bit. Or that's garlic powder, sorry. Onion salt. A little bit of ranch dry seasoning, which is your secret recipe to many things to make them delicious. And I'm going to put some cayenne pepper in mine. I want to have a little bit of spice because I'm going to use I eat the dark meat, so I usually use the breast for soups and things, and that also helps fill you up when you're doing keto, or just in general fill you up, because you can put all different kinds of things in there. Next episode, we're going to go into soups. All right, so take your little whisk and whisk that together as it melts. And while that is melting, I am going to show you how to get this bird seasoned. All right, so a little trick is you're going to take a spoon and you're going to pull this up here and get the skin. Try not to rip the skin. If you rip the skin, which this skin looks like it's already been perforated a tad like the other chicken, and it's going to split and cause you problems. But for the initial cooking, we're going to pour the butter down inside the breast, which really helps seal in the flavor into the breast, because you know that's usually the driest part. So you have to very gently get through here and get this down in here. I'm going to lean this up a little bit. But you have to be really, really careful. As you can tell, it takes just a minute. And you want to get all the way down in there. And try to leave the center attached some, and it'll help hold it. On the last one, or the TV Magic one that I did, it wasn't even attached. So we're going to go down in here at the sides, just like all the way down into the little bird. Because all of this is breast, and all of it needs extra flavoring. Okay, so after that's done, I'm going to pull out You can do this first or second. I'm going to pull out these innards right here. And you can definitely put that in the Instapot. Any way you want to do it. Doesn't really matter. Uh-oh. Lost some seasoning. And of course, yeah, we are using the Instapot. And hopefully it will not explode on us like it did with the beef bourguignon. If y'all ever saw that outtake, it was hilarious. All right. So we have the bird. He is almost to room temperature, but not quite. I don't think it really matters with the Instapot because that thing is seriously hot. All right, so I'm not touching any of this. Now, we are going to put in the carcass of this. Hold on, let me wash my hands real fast. Now, you can use a choice of things when you're doing that. It doesn't have to be what I'm doing. Some people like to put onions and all kinds of things in their bird. I am going to put onions in the Instapot because I'm going to try to feed the whole family with this. So what I'm going to put in the bird is half a lemon, and it works better if you do it like this, Becky said. And then we're going to put some rosemary in there, in the bird. Righto. And then kind of push this, put the lemons under it. I like to keep the rosemary, again, up to the breast. And take a little bit of salt. Not much, just a little bit. Don't forget the cross-contamination. As you can tell, I'm not touching things. Under there. All right. Now, take this, and your butter is just melted. It's going to be a little, you don't want to boil it or get it, to where it burns or anything. So mix all that up again because the seasonings, there's quite a few seasonings in there. They're definitely going to drop down to the ground. Just like that. All right, let that cool just for a second. Now, we're going to go in here with these potatoes because, of course, on keto and gluten-free, you may eat a potato or so. I've been getting these little potatoes because you can actually monitor how many carbs it is because it says on the bag, and the potatoes are, kind of the same size. Not always. But, for like 16 carbs, if you're going to eat a carb, don't make it a piece of candy or something. Make it a vegetable of some type. All right, and then we're going to put an onion in there. Just like that. Get the outside off. And I'm going to leave the onion a little whole because it is an Instapot. And if you cut it up too much, it's going to cook away. All right, so in the cooker, I'm going to take the chicken broth. We're going to do, this is unsalted chicken broth because we have tons of seasonings in here. And I prefer to use unsalted because I like to choose the seasoning. It's already going to taste like chicken. Why just have plain salt? Why not use, something else? So give it the shake because sometimes that separates. All right, we're going to put a cup in there, maybe a cup and a half, which is about, estimate. It's not rocket science. Please don't make it hard. When you make it hard, people stop cooking. All right, so I lost the insert. The Instapots have an insert that goes in here. But I'm going to make do with something else because I can't find it. And what I've done is have a perforated like salt and pepper lid if this ever happens to you. And then I'm going to use the thing that you use to pick stuff out of there with. And I'm going to lay them on top of each other. I'm going to put the onions on the side right there. Probably face down. And that seasoning of the chicken broth and stuff is going to drop on them and cook all the way up through there, and it's going to be delicious. And then I'm going to take the potatoes and just line them around the side and try to help hold your thing in there. And if you have one of those mesh things with the handles, just set these in there first and set the thing on top of it. That way your chicken is out of the water completely. But of course, I'm retrofitting this. So, all right, last step. Believe it or not, it's pretty quick. I've talked a lot, but you can get this done in like 5 minutes. All right. Take your chicken, and this is the important part. You want to make sure you get this butter seasoning inside of your bird. So you're going to do half of it inside of it and half of it out. And you might have to keep stirring your seasonings up so they stay. And you don't have a big glob at the end. So a little bit, like quarter down in there. Make sure it gets down in the bottom. Quarter down in there. Get it all the way down. All right. Now, the other part, you're going to wait until you get it in the pot. So we're going to take our little bird, give him a shake, and get him over there in the pot, and just sit him like that. Tuck the wings under. I don't know why. My grandmother always just told me to do that. And then take the rest of this and pour it over top, just like that. Put some on the legs. And we're going to season it a little bit before we brown it later. But for now, that's what we're going to do. All right, so that is it. Make sure you know the weight of your chicken. Now we're going to put the Instapot lid on there. So the only thing I can figure out was why the beef bourguignon exploded was because I didn't have the seal in right. So I always check the seal. Turn it to sealing and then put it on, which is always a job for me. Probably everybody. I'm not sure why it's a job, but it is. And this is why we go to break sometimes. I know it's going to fit on here. Just not sure why it's not fitting on here. Anyway, there we go. It's child-proof. Okay, so you're going to put it on poultry for 24 minutes, which mine was set from the TV chicken. And then you are going to set it and forget it. And on this, you are going to have a, you're going to do a 15-minute slow release. While you're doing your slow release, we're going to make up something to go with this, and we're going to have a signature cocktail. So while this is cooking, I am going to go to break real fast and get the chicken stuff out of here so I don't have any cross-contamination, and we'll be back in just a few to finish this up.
Hi, I'm Robbie, manager at Quick Lube. I want to take a second and talk about your car. We've all been caught up in the hustle and bustle of everyday life. You don't have time to spend hours at a shop for a simple oil change and tire rotation. Here at Quick Lube, we change your oil, not your schedule. We operate on a first come, first served basis, so no appointment necessary. We also repair those squeaky brakes, put you some tires on, and do an alignment all in one shop.
Serving you with 2 locations, 700 Liberty Street in Martinsville and 6518 Greensboro Road in Ridgeway.
So we're good.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Hi, I'm Robbie, manager at Quick Lube. I want to take a
Well, here
God
we
bless.
go.
Are you looking for great food and entertainment? Ippy's Restaurant is the place to be. We have been serving local communities since 1919. With made-from-scratch entrees and specialty dishes like our famous Oyster Rockefeller, smoked prime rib, and hand-carved filet mignon, we have a great selection of menu items that are all made to order for your everyday dining or special occasions. We also offer private rooms, catering services, and have a wonderful assortment of local bands that play in the lounge. Ippy's Restaurant and Lounge, 1760 North Main Street, Rocky Mount.
Jody's Kitchen is brought to you in part by the Harvester Performance Center. World-class entertainment year-round. Harvester Performance Center, downtown Rocky Mount. Visit harvester-music.com.
There's the get more, the do more, the play more, and the start unlimited. And then there is also a 5th option for, it's called Just Kids. But the whole idea is that there's a flexible, different option for every customer, whatever suits their needs. So, you know, and there's some added benefits and some added features that they've kind of tweaked from the previous unlimited plans that give all the customers a equal or better deal, but more value and more features like that 5G access. Yeah, well, we try to carry everything. And if we don't have something people are looking for, we can special order it, drop ship it straight to their house. So we try to have anything and everything we possibly can, but if we don't have it, we'll get it for you.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We have the chicken in the Instapot, and so far there's not been an explosion of fluids, but we also have some serious TV magic going on right now because we have the already done chicken that I have made that we are going to finish off. And as you can tell, remember me saying that the skin was not attached to the center right there? That is why the breast split, but we're still going to brown it up just a little bit to give it a little crisp so you know what to do when you're doing yours. So all together in cooking time, we are at 40 minutes. So it's like when you get home from work, how hard is it to throw the chicken in there and then go take a shower, you know, play with your kids for a minute, look over their homework, have a cocktail, whatever. And so we're going to put this in there, and you got to keep an eye on it because it's going to go into the broiler. And like I said, it's not going to get as pretty as it would be if the skin stayed intact, but we're going to give it a shot. And that is on high broil. All right, in the meantime, I have a Simply Green steamable, I don't care what brand you use, it's just what I had. It was on sale, 4 for $5. You can't beat that. So as you know, when you get out of the shower, put that in there. Get your gravy ready, which we're going to work on right now. Put this in there, 8 minutes. So, you know, in less than 8 minutes and not much prep time, you have a meal. And we're also going to try to squeeze in this cocktail. All right, so what we're going to do is the magic of this gravy. And in the meantime, keep an eye on the bird. Do not leave the bird alone or it will burn. All right, so this is about 2 cups, and I have used one of those fancy gravy things to get a bunch of the oil off. And we're going to take xanthan gum. And you only need a little bit of this, but you want to get your chicken mixture up to where it's a little bit hot. And this is a very low carb. 1 tablespoon has 7 carbs, and I'm not even going to put a full tablespoon in there. That is how a little bit goes a long way. And make sure you're keeping an eye on your bird. So I'm giving him a turn, and it's already starting to crisp up. All right, so this is coming up to temperature. Your broccoli's cooking. And when I show you how easy this is, you are going to be astonished. So we're going to take, and it's hard to measure out gravy, even if you're doing gravy with real flour or not real flour, because you never know how much you're going to have left. You don't want to add water to that because that right there is perfect seasoned. I would suggest you taste it, which I'm going to do that. So everybody will give it a stir and then just give it a little taste to see if it's salty enough. And it's delicious. Hint of lemon in there, which is going to give it a nice fresh flavor. And it's coming up to boil right now. So I'm going to put just a touch, which is about less than a tablespoon, but a little bit more than a teaspoon because I have like 2 cups there. And I'm going to give it a stir. And so far, I have not noticed that this ever gets lumpy. It usually just evens itself out. Bring it to a boil after you put it in there. Perfect. Check your chicken so you don't burn it, because if you burn it on TV, it stays burnt. Alrighty. All right, so I'm taking this out. Like if the skin was on top, it would be perfectly brown, but as you can tell, that's crispy already and that's crispy. And look what's done. The gravy's done. That's it. That's how you make the gravy. I mean, it couldn't be any simpler. You don't have any of the fat in there. I don't even think this has fat in it. No fat, no saturated fat. I mean, I don't know what it's made out of, and I don't really want to know. So it's still delicious. And look at this gravy. Look at the texture. I mean, it's like real gravy. I'm not sure how they do it. I don't want to investigate too much because I might not like it, but it's gravy. All right. So we are going to cut up the bird. Whoopsie. Must have plates. Sorry. Might have forgot the main part of that. We're going to cut the bird up. Now, everybody here likes the breast, so we're going to start with that. I'm going to cut off a piece of that. Whoopsie. And this thing, mind you, I did a little TV magic, but it was cooked earlier and the juices are still coming out of it. So I could show you how to brown it. And it is still, you know, the juices are just, it's amazing. We're going to take it like that. And I always cut little medallions for everybody. Just like that. And you can't hear this down there, but if the skin was over the top of that and you browned it, it's making crunching sounds right now as we speak. And I might have just over top of there. Like that. And then I'm going to take the gravy and dish it out over top, just like that. I wish you could smell this. It smells really delicious. And hopefully tastes delicious. So then we're going to take our veggies that are done in perfect timing. And mind you, if you were doing this, you would have onions and stuff like that to put on there. But it was just, I showed you both ways to do it because you don't really have to have any of that. So what I'm going to do is dump this on there. And this could be the meal for yourself. And then we're going to talk just a little bit about what to do with the rest of it. There you go. All right, so say this is your meal right there. And you have this left over. What I do with this is, first of all, we have some of the gravy left over. And we have this left over. So say tomorrow you want to make a salad. Go ahead and make the salad, you know, with the whatever part of the chicken that you like. Doesn't matter which one. And then with the rest of it, you can saute some vegetables, put the chicken in there, put that in there and add some more chicken broth, and now you have a soup that has no carbs, or basically none, because you can see how many servings we get out of that. But everybody's been asking for a signature cocktail, so I'm going to wrap this up with one of those. Keto friendly, because nobody can figure out what to drink. So I just go and pick up any kind of vodka. I'm not going to give brands out until they start sponsoring me. This one is a grapefruit and rose. And we're going to start with that. And then we're going to put, this is a low carb option. 8 fluid ounces only has 2 carbs, which is huge if you have ever done Atkins or keto or whatever before. So we're going to put that in there. And now, mind you, we have grapefruit and rose, but we're going to put in there, additional to that, we're going to add in just a little bit of lime, because you have the freshness of the lemon over here. And we're going to put that in there. And then we are going to shake this up. Give it kind of a good shake. And this is your grapefruit, rose, lime, and this is pomegranate, crayon and pomegranate. So we have lots of flavors going on in there. All on the low carb scale. And I'm sure it's going to be delicious. I know it does look pretty. So we're going to take a sip of that and see my fancy little glass. It is good. Wow, that's really good. Definitely fresh and has a lot going on. Just to recap everything we've done. Remember, try to stay away from beer. You can have some wines, but like all of them are going to have some sugars in there. Just research it. There are some low calorie, low carb wines out there. You know, but any way you look at it, you don't want to go overboard when you're doing, you know, healthy lifestyle or keto. Don't forget to make sure, don't waste the chicken, keep the broth, everything, make soups out of it. You can make wraps out of it, like taco wraps. You can even take the chicken and put some fajita seasoning on it, roll it up, and make it delicious. But I think that I've covered everything with this meal. And a couple things that I have, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It is Jody Jean's Kitchen. Go to it, like it, subscribe it. The more likes and stuff we get, the better everybody will be able to see it, and we will get the word out more. And if you're on Facebook and you want to look up my channel or my group that I have now, it has a lot more stuff that, you know, personal. It's a private group that you can ask me questions or, you know, what have you. I have a lot of people who have special diets that are asking me to do the paleo and all the other different kinds of things that really they go into detail of what you can and cannot have. And I can address that better on the group. And that way everybody can have their questions answered and stuff like that. I am going to start doing some live videos with Chad and hopefully get the word out there and have the watch parties and everything so everybody can make sure they check us out. And don't forget, if you're going out to eat, go to Ippy's restaurant because we have menus to feed almost anybody or your special diets. And we thank you very much, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Have a good day.
Hey there! Have y'all been to Daylight Donuts recently? Our new hours are 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday. We're located at 918 10 Yard Road in Rocky Mount. We offer specialty coffees such as flavored lattes, which are available hot and cold, as well as frappes and fresh brewed coffee. We make our donuts fresh every single day, so you know you'll never get a bad one. Follow us on Facebook for daily specials on coffees and your favorite donuts. Again, Daylight Donuts, located in Rocky Mount, Virginia.
Join the Martinsville-Henry County Chamber of Commerce and countless exhibitors at Fast Track 2020, the region's premier business trade show. Fast Track will be located at 901 Holly Drive in the Patriot Center Industrial Park. This location offers a new floor plan with expanded booths and aisles. Open to the public night is Wednesday, March 4th from 4 to 7 p.m. Admission is $2 or 2 non-perishable food items. Special thanks to our site sponsor, the Lester Group. See you at Fast Track.
Hey, I'm Susan Sabin from the Spencer Pen Center. Ever wonder what Spencer Pen is? It's a place to celebrate, a place to gather with friends and make new ones, a place to enjoy your favorite hobbies, live music, dancing, reading, the outdoors, games, and trivia. It's a place for our community. Come out and see for yourself why Spencer Pen is so special and become a part of the family. We're located at 475 Spencer Pen Road in Spencer, Virginia, or you can give us a call at 276-957-5757.
Jody's Kitchen is brought to you in part by the Harvester Performance Center. World-class entertainment year-round. Harvester Performance Center, downtown Rocky Mount. Visit harvester-music.com.
Hi, Barry Nelson here at Nelson Kia Subaru. It's never been a better time to buy than now. Save now on this brand new 2019 Kia Rio for only $169 a month. Got another great deal. 1.9 financing for 72 months on new WRXs and new Legacies here at Nelson Kia Subaru. 0% financing on all these brand new Kias. Remember, got double your warranty. That's 200,000 miles and 20 years worth of warranty on Nelson Kias. On remaining 2019 Outbacks, 0% financing. Best deal ever. Come by Nelson Kia Subaru, take advantage of these great deals, and remember, everybody knows cars cost less in Martinsville.